Hey there, Street Fighter. It's Robert Stanley, and today we're going to go over this SEM Business Calculator. This calculator is going to explain how you're going to price your services and how that pricing is going to lead you to a $95,000 a year or more target income. So hopefully this number down here has gotten your attention, $95,000 a year, and that number assumes that you do none of the work. Essentially all the work's outsourced. So that's the number that you get for just going and talking to people. Alright? So let's explain how we get there. First of all, let's take a look at the different plan levels. We have the Essential Plan, the Advantage Plan, and the Domination Plan. This plan is broken down into an a la carte type of a fashion where it's SEO services, pay-per-click, email marketing, social media. Okay? If we come down to the bottom here, you can see I've added up each of those items into a total, what the total monthly plan might look like. So if you sign somebody for an essential plan where they get all of those services, it's $1,000 a month. The Advantage plan would be just under $1,400 a month, and the Domination is right around $2,000 a month. Now you have exclusive and full control on the retail pricing. So if you don't like those numbers, you could adjust these down to $9.97 and $13.97 to move that up a little, and $19.97. So we follow the internet marketing pricing schemes. But really, it's up to you to decide what you want to do. As you change those numbers, of course, it's going to affect your income levels, and I'll show you how that works. So, now that you understand that there's three different plan levels and kind of what the pricing looks like to the customer, now let's talk about what all this other stuff means and how you get to that 95,000. Essentially, over here in this green box are numbers. Those numbers represent a customer. And we have these columns like D, E, F, and G. Those represent quarters. There are 4 quarters in a year, and that's why these are here. So Q1 would be January, February, March, April, May, June, July, August, September, October, November, December. See how that works? So what we've done to keep things simple, and this is off actually, keep things simple is put 3 new customers in every quarter. So you'll notice we have 3, got 2 of this kind and 1 of the Advantage. And then we add 2 more here and 1 more here. That's a total of 6. Then we have a total of 9. 6, 2, and 1 is 9. And then 8, 3, and 1 equals 12, which is what this column here represents, your total of 12 clients. 12 clients is going to give you $4,500 in profit just for your SEO services plan. Okay? Your profit is the gross revenue, which is the amount of money you've collected, which will essentially be 12 times all these numbers over here. So that's how much money you collect from the customer. This is how much you pay out in service fees, or if you were to hire somebody to do the work, that's what you'd be paying them to do it. And then this is how much money you put in your pocket. And if you multiply that times 3 months, that's what your quarterly earnings look like. Gross earnings. That's before taxes, obviously. So what you'll notice is that there's a retail price and a cost. This cost, whoops, I'm moving this thing. This cost in this column here, all of these costs are based on the SEO, the Street Fighter Done For You services model. So if you outsource to the Street Fighter service team, then this is what you pay. This retail pricing is what we recommend you charge. So in the case of the Essential SEO plan, you would put a quote in front of a customer that says $497 a month, and that plan includes this, that, and the other thing. There's a whole matrix that explains what's in there. They would see that, either agree to it or disagree, whatever. You close the deal, and you take that money home and pay this much for the service team on the back end. Now, if you had 2 of those and 1 Advantage plan, you would collect $1,591. You would pay out $521 in services, and you would take home $1,070 every month. So immediately, by only signing 3 clients and only doing SEO, you could be making an extra $1,000 a month almost instantly. Again, keep in mind this is a 3-month period, so you only need to sign 1 client per month. At the end of 12 months, you have 12 clients. If you can sign 2 clients a month, or you can sign, 3 clients a month, whatever your capability is really what's going to determine your income. So all of these are exactly the same. We have pay-per-click plans, so for pay-per-click management, so Google AdWords, email marketing services, social media services, and so on. I also have down here an extra row where you can put miscellaneous stuff. I put affiliate offers because usually when I sell an email marketing service plan to a client, I sign them up for Aweber or SendPepper or whatever email marketing program I want to sign them up under, and I get paid an affiliate commission, and I'll put that number in here. So what you'll notice though is that this number is $59,100. That's because this is assuming our first year in business and that our very first month we only have 3 clients, right? So the monthly money we take home is $1,900. The quarterly money is $57,000. In the second quarter, when we have 6 clients, you're bringing home $3,800. And in the third quarter, when you have 9 clients, you're bringing home $6,000. And in the fourth quarter, when you have 12 clients, you're bringing home $7,900. This $94,920 is if you were to take $7,910 times 12, or this $23,000 times 4, because this is a quarterly number. So in your first year of business, you're not going to make $95,000, assuming that you hit these numbers or don't exceed them. You're going to make $59,000. In the next year of business, you're going to start out in January making $94,000. If you can increase this number from 12 to 24, guess what? You're making $200,000 a year take home. So it should be pretty obvious that the more customers you put in here, the more money you make. Now what's nice about this is that this is designed to be broken up, so you can essentially not sell email marketing to clients in your first month, and then that would just change your numbers down here of what you're making, and it all carries down through, so it all makes sense. You'll see that the number changed over here as well. So you have the absolute flexibility with this tool. Let me show you another example. Let's say that you're a pay-per-click marketing guy or gal and you're going to do that yourself. Well, you could set these all to zeros and you could pocket all the money for what I'm recommending you charge for pay-per-click services, and now you've just increased the amount of money that you're putting in your back pocket. So you can see how this would change initially. This will make a lot of sense to kind of fragment your services early on. Let me put these numbers back. And adjust it so that you maximize your cash flow. But as you grow and you have 12 clients, I can tell you right now, if you have 12 clients, you're going to want to outsource as much as possible, because I only have 5 clients and it's already enough work because I do some of this work myself still, which is why I started building these outsourcing services, because I want to make more money, and the only way I can make more money is if I have more time to sell. So hopefully this makes sense. Feel free to play with these numbers. Feel free to play with the costs, the retail pricing. You have control over what this looks like. You can build your own financial future on this sheet. Additionally, I've added a hours worked section, and what that means is that currently it does not tell you how many hours you're going to work if you don't outsource. All it tells you is how very few hours you're going to work if you do outsource. So, and how much you're going to make on an hourly rate basis. Because you're not doing any of the work and you're going to spend a minimal amount of time every month with your client, even in the very first month of business or first quarter of business, you're going to be making an hourly rate of $600 an hour. Now, that assumes you only spend 1 hour a month with each client. Maybe you spend more, maybe you spend 2. In which case it's going to cut that number in half, right? Or you spend 4. So you can see that the more time you spend with your customers, the less you make, and the more maybe you should charge. Anyway, this is still a little bit in development, but if you're any good with Excel, you can certainly tweak this out and make it fit your own schedule. But what it's designed to show you is that if you only spend an hour a month because you're outsourcing everything, basically your hourly rate is tremendous. And oops, I messed up that sheet. And you can do anything you want, right? If you're making $600 an hour, $95,000 a year in your second year in business, and spending no time with your customer other than an hour a month on the phone. So there it is. Enjoy. I hope that you found this overview useful and the spreadsheet a valuable tool for planning your business.